Hi there, welcome back. I'm Jason, and this is Phylica pubescens. This is also known as the Featherhead plant. This is a gorgeous plant. I super love this plant. It's amazing. This plant originates from South Africa, and the reason they call it the Featherhead plant is because the leaves and the flowers and flower buds, they look like feathers, and when their sunlight hits them, the sun's coming through the window right now, but if you move it into the sunlight, oh my gosh, it just glows. It's really gorgeous. So do keep that in mind when you place this in the landscape. Place it in an area where it gets, where the sun hits it, and you can really enjoy the sun coming through the leaves and the flowers because they just light up and they're super golden, they're beautiful. This plant blooms fall through winter, and so these flower buds right here, they are right on time. They are just going to open up a bit more, and there'll be this round flower, and they'll be more of a golden white with a golden brown in the center when they open. Still super gorgeous. I can't wait to use this in flower design. The leaves are super soft, so I'm thinking, boutonnieres, corsages. You can even use the cut stems in a flower vase. Just a beautiful plant. When it comes to selecting a spot in the landscape for your plant, you want to place this where it gets plenty of sunlight. So place it in full sun to sun. You can even do part sun, I think, if you live more inland here in California. I just would not do shade. This plant wants a lot of light, so make sure it gets plenty of light, especially so you can enjoy it glowing. Like you can see this golden glowing foliage, it's just absolutely amazing. As far as the watering needs, this plant has low water needs, so it's drought tolerant. As far as the soil, you want to grow this in a sandy loam soil and or loamy soil. It wants a soil that drains really well. So if you have clay soil, I would recommend growing this in a container with potting soil that drains really well. As far as the fertilizer goes, you want to fertilize this in the spring, and you want to do so with a fertilizer that is low in phosphorus. That's a really important note, so make sure that you use a fertilizer that is low in phosphorus. There are certain plants that really don't want a lot of phosphorus in the fertilizer, and this is one of them. So keep that in mind. As far as the soil pH that this plant prefers, it prefers a slightly acidic to acidic soil pH, so keep that in mind as well. When it comes to pruning this plant, this blooms, fall through winter. So in the spring, the flowers will be done. That's when it's time to prune them off, and that's also a good time to prune the plant to the size and shape you want. When this plant is full grown, it gets to about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. So keep that in mind when you're pruning it, and make sure not to prune more than 1/3 of the plant back in a given session. And you want to do that in the spring. And when you prune, you want to prune on a day where the weather is dry, and you want to use a clean pair of shears, and you want to prune at leaf nodes on a downward angle. And you want to prune above the leaf node. And so yeah, that's some pruning tips on this plant. As far as cold hardiness, this plant is cold hardy down to 20 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes this plant very cold hardy. As far as choosing a companion plant combo for this plant, I would choose like a darker green leaf foliage to go next to this, or a lighter leaf foliage. For example, you can see this Ficus lyrata behind this plant. The darker green leaves against this golden leaf foliage is absolutely beautiful. You can do something taller growing behind this plant, like a Ceanothus dark star, or a Ceanothus Ray Hartman. They get taller than this plant. You can do a lower growing plant in front of it, like a lantana, a purple trailing lantana, also known as Lantana montevidensis. You get purple flowers just about all year on a darker green foliage that would just pop against this. Purple and the golden and the dark green and the golden is just a lovely color contrast. You can also add a white sage in there, also known as Salvia apiana. That would be a white foliage to contrast against this golden foliage and the dark green. Those plants, the Salvia, the Lantana, and the Ceanothus, are all drought-tolerant plants as well, so they all have low water needs, just like this plant, making that a great combo to go with this plant. But yeah, any questions, just let me know in the comments below. And once again, if you haven't subscribed and you like updates on my newest videos, please click that subscribe button. And once again, this is Phylica pubescens, and this is also known as the Featherhead plant. And my name's Jason. Catch you next time.